Okay, ito na meron na tayo mga panauhin dahil nakakaantig po yung bago natin pag-usapan to, Maris. Gusto lang natin magpasalamat doon sa mga nag-tweet kanina tungkol sa pinag-usapan natin tungkol doon sa graduation, yung mga fees. Dahil may mga nagsasabi pa rin dito na, okay, halimbawa, pina-attend, hindi pinagbayad, pero hindi naman doon pinipirmahan yung mga clearance. So, so yun ay medyo isang problema na kailangan isettle pa rin.
Tsaka marami talagang mga nag-tweet ng kanilang mga comments.
May mga tinetext sila dito. Si Guy ni Maydick, meron siya binabanggit na isang school na nangongolekta daw ng 400 graduation fee, 75 pesos para sa yearbook, tapos 400 pesos para sa upuan. Anong klaseng upuan kaya yun, ano? 400?
Pero bago natin ipakilala yung ating mga panauhin ngayong
dalawang panauhin. Ito, naku, maantigo ang puso ninyo kung tayo mga Pilipino dito sa mapapanood nating report.
Isang American professor si Dr. David Harwell. Mahigit 20 ng bansa ang kanyang narating. Pero sa Pilipinas lang siya may thank you letter na inilathala ng Philippine Daily Inquirer. Salamat dahil itinuro raw natin sa kanya ang tunay na mahalaga sa buhay, ang pamilya. Sabi niya sa kanyang open letter, ang malaking diferensya ng Amerika sa Pilipinas, their hands are full but their hearts are empty. At dahil puno raw ang ating puso, kumakanta tayo mula sa puso. Sa kanyang mga biyahe, nakita niya raw ang kahanga-hangang sakripisyo ng mga OFW para sa kanilang pamilya. Sa Middle East na lang daw, kung uuwi lahat ng OFW, hihinto ang mundo dahil walang Pilipinong maghahango ng langis sa lupa. Pero mas gusto niya raw huminto na lang ang mundo, makita lang buo ang pamilyang Pilipino.
I plan to stay here indefinitely. I'm going home to see my son's graduation in May, and then I'm coming straight back here. I have a good company, I have good friends. I like it here.
Marahil tama lang na pasalamatan din ng mga Pilipino si Professor Harwell dahil sa mata pa niya natin nakikita ang magandang karakter ng Pilipino.
Mahal na mahal kita.
At mahal ka rin namin.
Mark Salazar, GMA News.
Talaga po nakakaantig yung isinulat ng isang Amerikanong expat na inilathala sa Philippine Daily Inquirer noong linggo. Sa artikulo po ni David Harwell na may titulong Love Letter to Filipinos, ipinaramdam niya ang mataas na pagtingin sa mga Pinoy.
San man daw kasi siya magpunta, puno ng ngiti. That smile. At ang kapahalaga sa pamilyang hatid ng mga Pinoy na nakakatrabaho niya. Bilib daw siya sa pagiging masipag ng mga Pilipino. Nagpasalamat din siya at ikinumpara ang kulturang Amerikano sa ating kultura.
Yan. At ngayong umaga nga, Maris, makakasama natin ang utak. Ayan. Sa likod ng artikulong nakaantig at naghatid nga lang ilang luha sa mata ng mga kababayan natin, si Dr. David Harwell, isang American expat at educator. Good morning, David.
Good morning.
Welcome to our show, Kape at Balita.
First of all, we would like to tell you that it's really such a great honor to have you in our show.
No, it's
I really got teary-eyed when I read your letter.
Talaga, it's so heartwarming.
Yes, very heartwarming. Very
Ayan.
sweet of Mr. Dr. Harwell to say those words. At para naman maipaliwanag ang pagiging mapagmahal at matiisin natin mga Pinoy mga kasama natin, si Dr. Gerald Abergos, isang sociologist, sir. Good morning po.
Good morning.
Good morning. Ayan. Ito, sabi nga, tinatawag tayong resilient. Ayan. Sa kabila ng kahirapan ng maraming Pilipino, bakit nga ba napapanatili pa rin natin ang mga ngiti? Pero hindi ba disadvantage? Yung, teka muna, siguro
Dr. Si Abergos.
Sinasabi nga na we are very resilient. Ibig sabihin, kahit anong dumating sa ating paghihirap, anong klaseng problema hinaharap natin, we still come out with a smile na okay lang, na kaya ko to. Naisip, bakit kaya natin itong ganito? It's because we know that we have family around us. Na may pamilya tayo na tutulong sa atin na masasandalan natin every time na meron tayong problema.
Kahit na malayo sa atin.
That's really true. Kahit na malayo. Hindi natin sabihin about technology, madali tayong tawagan. Pero really, kahit even when we were far, we know that there's family with us na alam natin na may mahingan tayo ng tulong. At tumutulong naman talaga.
Thank you. Dr. Harwell, we've read your very touching piece, but can you just tell our viewers what prompted you to write this very touching letter?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Well, I had come back to the Philippines for a few months and was working here, and I got sick, and to the point that the doctor thought I would have to go home, back to the U.S., and I was very disappointed. because I really enjoy the Philippines. I had been here many times. I have a lot of friends, know a lot of people here. And I thought of all the people I had known and also all the people who are here now, who take care of me now through our company. One of them is here this morning, Mr. Bona. They take care of us and make sure we're okay everywhere we go. And so I thought, well, how can I tell them all goodbye? And I'm the son of a newspaper editor, so my instinct is to go to the print media.
When was the very first time that you came here in the Philippines?
2007.
Yeah.
2007.
Binabasa ko yung letter niya kasi nung nagpunta siya sa Saudi Arabia, when you worked in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I
You met
worked
a lot of Filipinos there.
a lot, quite a few. And a particular group of OFWs in Saudi Arabia knew that I was there alone for my 40th birthday, which was longer ago than I want to admit.
And they accompanied you.
They accompanied
They celebrated your birthday.
They celebrated
with you.
my birthday in Manila Square at a Filipino restaurant. We had sisig made of goat because pig is not available in Saudi Arabia. And halo halo.
And did you love it?
I loved it.
Sisig?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Made of
even
goat?
with a goat. Yeah, even with a goat, it was
Was it your
good.
first time to try
First
that?
time with goat. I
Ano ba,
had had it
sisig
before.
na
kambing?
Kambing,
Sisig
wow.
na kambing.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it was unusual, I was told.
Have
but
you tried that
That
too?
halo halo birthday cake, sweet and sour lapu lapu, and sisig from goat.
It was your first time to taste all those Filipino...
I had had some of them before.
Yeah,
I had had some of them
What
before.
about adobo and the sinigang?
Everybody loves adobo and sinigang.
Hey, Professor, Professor, magiging impact nito, yan, sa pagtingin ng, well, hindi lang ng mga Pilipino sa kapwa Pilipino, kundi ng ibang mga nationalities doon sa sulat na ginawa nito si Dr. Harwell.
Okay. Kasi it is quite normal for us, mga Filipinos, na laging ang hirap sa bansa. It's so hard here, ang hirap ng buhay, and things like that. But, you know, when people from other countries tell something good about the Philippines, pag sinasabi nila yung maganda tungkol sa atin, it brings us not really hope, but it lightens our mood. And then it
Makes
would
us,
bring
proud.
It makes us proud to be Filipinos, and it does not mean na kakalimutan natin mga paghihirap natin or anything, but it makes us really count our blessings. Ano ba yung meron tayo? What do we have na hindi na natin nakikita, na hindi na natin nakakalimutan na natin? And it's good that people from other countries see it sa atin.
We are actually reminded of the qualities of the Filipino.
That is
Makes
really
us,
true.
talaga, kasi yung katulad ng sinabi ni Dr. Harwell doon sa kanyang letter, yung parang pag inalis mo daw yung mga Pinoy sa Saudi Arabia, aba hindi maiaahon yung mga langis sa lupa, sa ground, di ba? That's what you said in your letter, right?
Yes, if we will be permitted to at least read from part
Sure,
of your
of course.
letter. It says here that if oil is the lifeblood of the world, but without Filipinos, the oil will not come from the ground. It will not be loaded onto the ships, and the ships will not sail. It is because of the qualities of the Filipinos that made you realize, or made you actually write this piece.
Well,
What was it about Filipinos that made you say this, that the world will stop?
Well, of course, that's pretty strong words, I know. And of course, if we speak in economics, that would clearly not happen. But in terms of the way that things work there, everybody depends on the Middle East, and everybody in the Middle East actually depends on the Filipinos. Even to open the door to the office in the morning, but to bring the oil from the ground, to put it on the ships, to sail the ships. Everywhere I looked, I saw Filipinos. I heard you speaking in Tagalog, and I would recognize a little of the language. I would notice the look, I would see the exchange of other people, and I'd always see you working diligently and taking care of other people.
Maris,
Even if it's
gusto ko sana
Very hard.
makakuha pa ng mas malawak, mas malalim pang paliwanag ni Dr. Harwell about this part of your letters. You said, our hands are full, but our hearts are empty. What does it mean?
Why
Well-
did you say
Why
that?
did you say that?
Well, those are
Are you actually
strong words.
criticizing the Americans?
To a degree, understand that I came from a family of ministers and journalists, and I'm also a professor. So we make strong statements about broad pieces of culture. That's just what we do. It's not true, of course, for every American, and it was a strong statement. However, you can recognize that trend in America. We are very caught up in the things we get, to the point that we will neglect the things that matter. Our cars and houses will not take us to our graves, but our families will.
Parang,
It is a bit ironic, though, that a lot of Filipinos are going abroad to stay there. Some of them are actually saying that it is better to stay in other countries than here in the Philippines. What can you say about
Well,
that?
I actually have seen and heard that from people in the U.S. and others here who've wanted to go, and that made me sad because I have seen people who have gone to the U.S. from the Philippines as well as other countries. We're a nation of immigrants from our founding to today who go and they lose their own cultural identity by getting lost in the American dream, because the American dream can be an illusion sometimes.
And of course, it is very refreshing to hear something very nice about the Philippines from the American perspective.
yes,
Like what you
especially,
wrote.
Amerikano siya eh. Alam mo naman tayo, parang lahat halos ng ang Pilipino. I mean, karamihan sa mga Pilipino, parang yan ang kanilang dream. Makapunta sa Amerika, makapanirahan doon, magtrabaho, di ba, Professor?
Tuloy ko lang yung discussion. I was invited also to teach, in California. Pero sabi ko, mukhang mas gusto ko munang mag-serve sa atin. Sometimes hindi naman every time na may pagkakataon tayo na pumunta na abroad at doon magtrabaho, talagang we'll grab it. Sometimes you also think about ourselves, our country. Hindi, minsan parang nakakatawa, parang sabihin mong, ito, baka nagbabaya-bayanihan lang ako. But it's really true. When you find something good in your country and, you know, there's hope for you and you know na may mangyayari, you might want also to stay.
Kasi ako, mag-a-agree ako doon talaga sa sinasabi ni Dr. Harwell na talaga tayo, yung close family ties natin is something na parang hinahanap din ni Dr. Harwell doon sa kanila, di ba?
What is your family like? Why did you say those things that the Filipinos, the close family ties of the Filipinos is very commendable?
Well, when I was younger, I saw that in our family, but I saw in many, many other families, and as well as our own as we got older. We had many tragedies in my own family, but in the others of Americans too. Instead of pulling together, very often we split apart. And that is a mistake that we often make. And so we get lost in material pursuits to replace people in our lives. I've made that mistake myself very critically many times. It was a lesson that I had to learn the hard way. And so that's why, because I come from a family of people who essentially teach in one way or another through media or the pulpit or wherever, I wanted to teach the same lesson.
You've been here since 2000, you said. What made you write this piece this year, 2013?
Well, it's when I thought I was going to have to leave, I wanted to tell everyone who was here, as well as the other ones I had met, I thought maybe I wouldn't be able to come back. It turned out I was able to stay because I was taken good care of again in the Philippines, this time at St. Luke's. And I wanted to tell them all goodbye and thank you. But also I have the teaching streak in me, so I wanted to make a point and hope that they would realize what's so good that you have here that you need to hold on to.
Kanina bago natin kinausap si Dr. Harwell, parang may sinasabi niya na you're planning to stay here for good.
For as long as I can. How about that?
Because of these
that's
beautiful
great to
things
know.
na nakita niya sa Pilipinas. And of course, lalong-lalo na sa mga Pilipino. Kasi,
But Dr. Harwell, did you expect that overwhelming response from the Filipinos, from everyone, upon reading your letter?
I did not. I was quite surprised. I had just found out that it had come out the day it came out, and suddenly there was a lot of attention. But I'm almost disappointed and embarrassed because I wrote the letter about you, but I got all the attention. So, little conflict about that. So that's not really fair.
Ano masasabi niyo po yun?
Kasi tatanong ko, ito parang first time ito, usually maririnig nating mga comment from yung mga foreigners is kung gaano kaganda ang Pilipinas. Yung Pilipinas mismo, yung bansa, itong sulat ni Dr. Harwell is about Filipinos. Diba?
Pag sinabi kasi nating Pilipinas, unang-una, talaga namang maganda ang Pilipinas. Kaya yun ang unang-una na they see the beauty of the place first. But it's good that we have an educator na mas malalim yung perspektiva. Na ang kagandahan ng isang lugar ay hindi lang doon sa places, pero doon sa kultura, kung sino ang nandun at kung anong meron.
Doon sa mga tao mismo.
That is really true.
You said that, you mentioned that the slogan of the Philippines shouldn't be just it's more fun. It should be a musical Philippines?
Come to the musical island. It was kind of a joke.
Why did you say that?
Everywhere, I heard an expat say that about the Philippines one time, that he called it the musical islands, and it made perfect sense to all of us who were talking, who had been here, because everywhere you go, there is music and a song, from videoke to people walking down the street to the bands. And so I thought, well, you know, to sing, my family also has a lot of music in their background. And to sing, you have to have something in your heart. And that's why it's everywhere.
And Filipinos are good singers too.
They're the best.
And
you take our music and you make it better.
Okay. So,
Wait, before we read some of the tweets, have you read the article in response to yours by a Filipino living in California?
I did, and that relates to what I said earlier. You can't say what I said about America about everyone, obviously, and I did not mean it to be
It's
taken
not a
that way.
generalization.
You can't make huge generalizations, but you can spot trends, and these trends, I think, I've heard from my own friends and family who've read the article, and they've actually been very supportive and reflective. And that's the point, make us think about how we live too.
okay, marami na nakabasa ng sulat ni Dr. Harwell, like sabi nga ni Lourdes Gumbao, talagang yung sulat niya, talagang dapat maging daan para tayo maging proud to be Pinoy.
Proud to be Filipinos.
At sabi naman nito si Sean pa, talagang yun daw kanyang letter, sincerely inspirational. Yeah.
A lot are actually commending
Truly
the letter
inspired by your
wrote.
letter.
Well, I was inspired by you, and that's the only point I really want to make.
It is actually quite amazing to know that of all the 21 countries that you've been to, apart from your own country, the America, you've chose to stay here in the Philippines, and it's really so sweet of you to do that. For how long will you be staying here?
I would like to stay as long as I can. I don't know exactly where I can put down roots as long as I would like to, because I've moved so much.
Yeah.
But if I had my preference, I would choose this culture and be able to put down
Where
roots.
exactly in the Philippines would you want to stay?
Somewhere, let's put it in a more symbolic term than
Okay.
a specific term. Somewhere where I can have a small house and walk around in a pair of slippers and be comfortable.
Oh, that's so
How about
simple
that?
and very nice to know.
Okay, at I hope you don't mind me asking, are you married? Meron lang po nagtatanong,
I-
somebody's asking from our Twitter page.
I divorced in the past, and I have two wonderful sons from that marriage.
Are they with you right now?
They're in the U.S. They're actually roommates in university. They're going to both be missionaries, and their best friends are missionaries' children from the Philippines, who are probably going to see this themselves.
Do you still see yourself marrying a Filipina?
Good question.
Would you care to answer?
Beautiful dreams, right? Yeah. I've been.
I know you've found family here in the Philippines, but of
Yeah.
course, it is different when you really have your own wife or children, unless
Of course,
you want
of
to
course.
stay single for the rest of your life.
I don't want to stay single for the rest of my life.
And of course, you know some Tagalog songs.
A few.
Like?
Actually, I'll name a band that I like. My favorite band in the Philippines is not a contemporary band. Someone introduced me many years ago to Asin, and I love
Sin.
it.
Wow. Oh, maganda din.
Malalim ang
Can you
Asin.
sing
Can you
some
sing?
songs of
Can I,
Asin?
oh my
Yeah, of
God,
course.
you never want to hear me
No, it's
sing.
okay, it's okay.
I'm not from the musical island.
It's okay.
It's okay.
This is your chance, Dr. Harwell.
I can't
Just a
remember
few
the tune,
lines,
but I will
but-
say that there was a song, and I think it was also covered by Freddie Aguilar named Cotabato that I really enjoyed. And one of my friends from Saudi Arabia is from that area too, and so it always reminds me of him. But I love that really traditional, older sound that was unique to you.
Yeah.
It's not just Western music reinterpreted. It was really your sound, and I love that about that.
Maybe you were a Filipino in your past life.
Maybe I will be in my future life.
That's
Let's
great to
get
know.
natin ang final message si Professor.
Nakakatuwa na may mga ibang tao na masaya tungkol sa atin, sa kultura natin. Sana tayo din makita natin na may maganda sa atin, sa kultura natin. Hindi lang yung puro nahihirapan tayo, ang hirap ng buhay. Maybe, let's count our blessings. Tignan natin kung anong meron tayo right now and we capitalize on that. Pag ganun lang sana ang pag-iisip nating lahat, medyo mabilis-bilis ang ating paglago ng ating kultura at may masaya ang bansa.
Okay,
And
Dr.
may we
Harwell,
get
would you
your
like to-
final
Final
message,
message to our viewers.
Oh, well, I said earlier, my grammar is terrible, but I told Mark Salazar, I just want to tell you all I love you and thank you. So, mahal na mahal kita, salamat po to all of you.
Oh, that's very nice.
Okay.
Thank you for
Thank you very
remembering
much.
those Filipino words.
Not
Thank you.
stated well, but
And
they
thank
mean
you for making us proud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
For those very sweet words and very touching letter. Thank you
Walang
so
anuman
much.
po.
Thank you, Mr. David Harwell, and of course, kay Dr. Gerald Abergos para po sa pakikipagkapihan at kwentuhan nyo sa amin ngayong umaga para